So today I came home really feeling like crying because every single joint in my body hurts so much right now. But I'm not going to. And I also really feel like complaining about how much everything hurts. But I'm also not going to because I already rambled for 13 minutes yesterday about why various bits of my body hurt. And I also don't think it's really going to be that productive. I don't really like complaining and whinging. So instead, I'm going to make my supper and try and talk about something that isn't pain, which is kind of hard because I've actually been thinking not just about how I'm experiencing pain, but I guess more in general, what does it mean to me to express that I'm in pain to other people? I always get really worried if I talk about being in pain that people might think I'm trying to get some sympathy, which I'm not going to lie, sometimes when the pain is really bad, I won't lie, I do sometimes wish there was someone there to give me a hug and be like, there, it's okay, I understand your pain is the biggest problem in the world. But most of the time I actually don't feel like that. I think I got past the why me point a very long time ago, and kind of just accept it as a fact, and also like to think that, you know, in spite of multiple things that are kind of sucky about my life, if I were to just start listing them out, that in spite of all that, I actually really like my life and wouldn't change it. You know, the whole human beings being complex and being a lot more than just their diseases and all that. So that is why I'm not going to talk about pain today, or even though the meta side is interesting, I guess. So instead, today I am doing a kind of throwback to my slightly younger years being when I lived at home with my parents, and I am making something called the usual, which you probably can't see, but the usual is essentially 2 slices of bread with usually cheese, but sometimes it can be easily a bit more elaborate than that, and it has some salad and some dressing on the salad. I have actually boiled the kettle, which pinged at the start, to make myself a poached egg as well. I make poached eggs in the microwave. It's actually a lot less messy and kind of quicker, and it's really easy as well. So, and this is called the usual because it's what I usually had for supper. But it's actually not so usual anymore because I've not had it in a long time. But I felt like something that felt healthy. That didn't involve cooking, which also means I can have you on my stove, because right now you're on my stove, and yeah, if I was cooking, this Mac would be melting. Which actually yesterday my Mac started making a worry noise. I'm going to just see if it's still making it or not. I don't know. I don't think it is. But then a lot of things were in this world, so who knows. The usual. This is probably such a boring story. Who cares that I ate some supper called the usual, which is no longer as usual because I haven't had it in a long time. But today I really felt like eating it. My website is also coming along really well. I put the banner up today because it's finished, and I think it looks incredible. So that is one thing I'm well excited about. I am currently missing martial arts, which is kind of why I feel a bit peeved as well, because I was meant to be going, and I said I'd be going, and I have kind of flaked because everything hurts. And I probably should go, but I really don't feel like going when everything aches. I just know I won't be good, and I don't know, it's probably not good for me anyway, but still, I don't know, I kind of was made to feel bad as well, and I don't know. I know that exercise would probably help my joint pain, but at the same time, I think it would also make it worse. This vlog is going so well. So instead, I'm just going to try and eat healthfully and try and think of a better topic to talk about. Oh yeah, small rant. So I spent the past few days, not the weekend, trying to get these lenses shipped out on time because my supervisor really needs them. So I've essentially shelled out for these lenses on my grant. Chased up the people to get them. They finally got them and sent them out, and then as soon as I was like, yay, we managed it, he came and said, actually, we don't need them anymore. Which means I'm going to have to return them, and I can already tell that one of them we're not going to be able to return because... Why can't we return them? We can't return them because it's past the 7-day rule. And I don't want to phone them up tomorrow. They all know who I am because I've called up so many times being an insistent person. So that's going to be fun. I've kind of said to my supervisor, you know what, you can call them and ask to return them because I'm embarrassed after so much pushing and being really assertive on the phone as well. Being polite and assertive, fancy that. I'm usually polite on the phone, but I'd say assertiveness is more of the issue as opposed to being aggressive and rude. But anyway, that's one thing that needs to be done. We're also waiting on a computer, and I've also been chasing that up, and it's not been done. And they're like, yeah, we'll have it done last week. Kind of similar story each time I send my computers to these guys in the zoology IT office. So, you know, it's been a day of, I got things done, I did what you asked me to, but other people didn't get their things done. So, that is my tiny rant. So rage-filled, isn't it? Anyway, I think my supper's coming along, finally. I need to make myself an egg as well. So I can show you the small technique of the egg. It's really simple. All you need to do is get a bowl. I'm getting this teeny tiny bowl. You pour in some boiling water. And then you get your egg and you crack it into the boiling water. Where have my eggs gone? Here they are. This is such a great tutorial, I can't even see what I'm doing. You get your egg, you crack it, you put it into the bowl, throw the eggshell away, and then you just chuck this into the microwave for 45 seconds maybe, kind of depends how runny you like your egg. And how powerful the microwave is. I'm going to do 50 seconds. In the meantime, I'm going to finish off my supper, keep on rambling to this camera just to prove that I can. I'm also opening up my fancy new, slightly more virgin olive oil than the previous one we had, but still not as virgin as the one we have in Spain. I am failing at opening this as well. And I'm twisting it in the right way, but whatever. Teeth are great things. I know I shouldn't use my teeth for this. Why? Whatever. Let's put one of these stupid lids. Put that away. Pour it on my food. By on my food, I mean on this entire romaine lettuce that I cut open. That's my egg done, which means I've been rambling on for even longer about super non-interesting things. I pour on my balsamic vinegar, which is considerably easier to open. Pour it on my stuff. That smells good. And I also bought some sunflower seeds. I haven't had them in ages, but I don't know, I saw them and then I suddenly really fancied them, so we're going to have them. By we, I mean just me. Actually, we might not be having them, I'm not really sure how to open these without pouring them everywhere. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Come on, open up. Open up, I said. There we go. Pour. Open up. Okay, there we go. Finally, I am happy now. My life is complete. See how quickly I went from being all grumpy to happy? Still in pain though. Oh well. And now it's time to put the egg on somewhere, place space for it. Put the cheese away. Maybe next time I'll tell a story about one of the items I pick up. They say that's a good storytelling thing, but today I'm honestly just a little bit too tired for that. Out of energy, as they say. Come here, Eggy. Sometimes the bowl can be quite hot, which is absolute rocket science considering it's being microwaved. Out comes the egg. As you can see, well, a bit just broke off, but mostly intact. Yolk hopefully runny, because I did it a bit longer than usual. This microwave isn't as powerful as other ones I did. I would usually microwave for 36 seconds and get the perfect slightly runny egg and white, but this one isn't just powerful and there's just kind of no right time amount to do it for. Also, if you leave it for longer in the boiling water, it also cooks a bit more, so I prefer to undercook it and then just leave it in the water for a while. Anyway, that is enough rambling from me. I am gonna eat right now. So, bye vlog. I did you today. I know I sucked at doing you today. That sounded kind of bad, but whatever. Tomorrow will be another day, and maybe later I'll be feeling in a more inspired mood, and I'll also have something more interesting to say. Who knows? Who knows? Bye! Again, that's not how it works.